Hey YouTube, welcome back to a brand new Animal Crossing New Horizons video. Today we are taking a short break from challenges and looking ahead to November and breaking down everything we can expect to see over the next few weeks. Now if you're excited for a new month on the New Horizons island, be sure to leave a like and please consider subscribing if you love Animal Crossing as much as me. Anyway, despite November being the last month of the autumn, it is a surprisingly busy month and I know your time is precious, so let's jump into it. Number 1. Turkey Day. With Halloween now out of the way, we don't have long to wait until the next main event in Animal Crossing. On the 4th Thursday of November, which this year is the 24th, Franklin will once again stop by the plaza to host Turkey Day. This harvest festival inspired Thanksgiving event takes place in both hemispheres and sees Franklin task the players with gathering various ingredients. These will then be used to cook various dishes. Now just as a heads up, the dishes Franklin cooks require pumpkins, so be sure to grow all variations of pumpkins before the event. Naturally, if you help Franklin during the event, he'll reward you with items from the Turkey Day series, which is by far the most cozy furniture set in the entire game. Players in the Northern Hemisphere will obtain the Fall Harvest variations of the furniture series, whilst players in the Southern Hemisphere will obtain the Spring Blooming variations. Don't worry though, they're not exclusive to hemispheres and can easily be customized later. Number 2. Sale Day. Now immediately after Turkey Day, Animal Crossing New Horizons celebrates another special event called Nook Friday. This is very similar to the Sale Day events that took place in previous games. In Animal Crossing New Horizons, from the 4th Friday of November, so directly after Turkey Day, and running through to November 30th, Nook's Cranny has a 30% off sale on everything in the store. You'll know the sale is on because Nook's Cranny will have some cute sale signs displayed in the windows. This is definitely the time to stock up on customization kits and tools if you're lazy like me and don't craft them. Number 3. Seasonal Events. Now moving away from the annual events, November does celebrate some seasonal events too. The Lantern Festival can be celebrated in Animal Crossing New Horizons from November 1st through to November 11th and sees 6 unique handheld lanterns available to purchase. These designs will be available from the Nook Stop with a different one appearing each day, although I'm pretty sure they can be customized anyway, so technically you could get all 6 designs in the first 2 days. Next up, Shichi Go-san can be celebrated from November 11th through to November 20th. During this time, the Chitose Ame item can be obtained from the Nook Stop. This is another unique handheld item that you don't want to miss. Number 4. Seasonal Materials. Now with it still being the autumn season, acorns and pine cones continue to be available here in the Northern Hemisphere. However, November is a super busy month for crafting. From November 1st through to November 30th, it's the mushroom season on the New Horizons island. During this time, 5 mushrooms will spawn, including round, skinny, flat, elegant and rare mushrooms. FYI, the higher your island rating, the higher the chances of finding rare mushrooms. Anyway, as you'd expect, their corresponding DIY recipes can also be found during this time, with a total of 20 DIY and cooking recipes to find. Most of them can be found from balloons, bottles, or from villagers. Now from November 16th through to November 25th, and also alongside acorns, pine cones and 5 types of mushrooms, another autumn material called maple leaves begins spawning around the New Horizons island. For 10 days, maple leaves can be spotted floating around the island. These can be caught using nets just like cherry blossom or any bug in the game. These are used to craft 10 items from the maple leaf series. Interestingly, they are also needed to craft some of the trees bounty items that were available earlier in the season. Like the mushrooms, maple leaf DIYs can primarily be found from balloons and bottles. Number 5. Postcards. Now something that often slips under the radar is of course the fact you can write letters at the postcard stand inside the airport. I personally forget about this feature all the time, but deep down that's because I'm just bitter they never included a post office. Anyway, what's cool about this feature is every now and then there are limited time postcard designs available to use. Currently the autumn designs such as the acorn card, the carpet of leaves card and the mushroom card are available until November 26th. 26th, and the Turkey Day card will continue to be available until November 30th. However, a total of 3 new cards will be added from November 20th, including the Festive Tree card, the Holiday card, and the Warm Sweater card. Plus, 4 more designs become available from November 26th, including the Snowflake card, the Snow Person card, the Town View card, and finally the Winter Camellia card. All of these new cards will continue to be available throughout the winter season. Number 6. Snowfall. Now, November is a strange month for weather and particularly rainfall. For the first 2 weeks from November 1st through to November 15th, November has some of the highest chances of light rainfall throughout the whole year, but the smallest chance of heavy rainfall compared to any other time. Then, during the maple leaf season from November 16th through to November 25th, there is 0% chance of rain. This is because maple leaves will begin falling and floating, and they can't spawn in the rain. And finally, for the last week of November, we say goodbye to rainfall as snow replaces the rain. And surprisingly, there's a 24% chance it will snow before December in the Northern Hemisphere, which is pretty cool. Number 7. Bushes. Now, something I always like to include in these videos is of course the changes to the natural environment of the New Horizons island, specifically the bushes. This is often helpful for those who change up their bushes they use throughout the year on their island. Anyway, in the Northern Hemisphere, orange and yellow tea olives have already stopped flowering. However, holly bushes now bloom in their place. These will flower from November 1st through to December 31st. For those playing in the Southern Hemispheres, there's no changes to the bushes as pink and white azalea bushes continue to bloom throughout November. Number 8. Bug Off. Now, speaking of the Southern Hemisphere, if you're playing in the Southern Hemisphere, you have the November Bug Off to look forward to. For those who are new to New Horizons, Flick will stop by the plaza to host the tournament and basically challenge you to catch as many bugs as possible within a time limit. You earn these points for every bug you catch, and the more you catch, the more you earn. These can then of course be redeemed for limited time Bug Off items such as the spider web, the termite mound, and the bug cage bag, amongst others. It's also a great opportunity to earn one of 3 trophies for taking part or obtaining items you missed if you entered previously. Number 9. Critters. Now, as with every new month on the New Horizons island, we can expect a shift in the types of bugs, fish, and deep sea creatures that can be encountered and caught. There are too many to highlight right now, but the Northern Hemisphere will see 13 new critters, including the tarantula, blue marlin, and the red king crab, amongst others. Similar, those in the Southern Hemisphere can expect to see a total of 21 new critters, including the violin beetle, the mahi mahi, and the gigas giant clam, amongst others. The Southern Hemisphere are seeing significantly more than those of us in the Northern Hemisphere because it is almost the summer season, which means more and more critters will begin spawning, whereas here it's almost winter and they're all disappearing. Anyway, as always, this is a great opportunity to catch some new critters and make Blathers happy if you're new or still working on completing the museum. So there we have it. That was 9 fairly significant changes and updates that we can experience around the New Horizons island throughout the month of November. But what are you most looking forward to, and what are you hoping to buy during the Sales Day event? Be sure to let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Of course, if you made it to the end of the video, be sure to comment Maple just to let me know you did. Thank you once again to the patrons and channel members for supporting this content, and I'll see you in the next one.